Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. So, what happened today? Why did Bitcoin and crypto all of a sudden do a 180 and do this? What halted the rally? Well, let's talk about it. There's one thing that happened today that spooked Wall Street, spooked the market. But does that mean the bull run is over? Does that mean our uptrend is over? Does that mean it's time to get out? Well, I'm going to answer all those things and more tonight. All right, let's do it. Welcome, guys. Look at that nasty drop. We haven't seen these levels since, I don't know, a few days ago. So yeah, unfortunately, we did lose that momentum, that rally we had yesterday and the day before. And we did come back down from 102 to 97,000, remember. Not 67,000, not 37,000, 97,000. Even though we did pull back a little bit, a lot of alts are still holding very well. For example, XRP is doing very well, and I have some news to share about XRP. SUI is still doing very well, even though they came back down from their top, but still a lot higher than where they were a week or 2 or 3 weeks ago. So many are still holding on some of their gains from the last few days. But what caused the rally to stop today? And will it come back tomorrow? It could be as soon as tomorrow. That's the thing. What caused it today? Well, it was basically one thing. There was economic data that was shared this morning, and it was job openings, and it showed that in the U.S. a lot of employers wanted to hire, so the estimates were off, and there was actually more openings than what was expected, which is actually a good thing. But Wall Street took that as a bad thing, and that is why today you had a pretty broad sell-off in the US market, especially tech, and it hit Bitcoin and crypto as well. So it wasn't just a Bitcoin and crypto thing, it was the entire market. The US market was selling off due to this one economic data, which is job openings. Now, you may be wondering, well, what does that have to do with it? Why would Wall Street sell off because of that? Well, it's because of this. We have a lot of FOMC meetings this year. And, everyone wants to see Fed Chair Powell cut rates and keep cutting and keep cutting. He already was pretty hawkish and said that he's only going to cut rates twice this year. But with better economic data, it's going to give him ammunition to maybe even cut less. And that's not what Wall Street and others want to hear, right? So if you're looking at the FOMC meeting that's going to happen at the end of this month, 95% chance that we're just not going to cut. We're just going to keep it the way it is, which is fine. It doesn't mean we have to get a cut every single FOMC meeting, but that's what Wall Street, they were just panicking. That's the thing. A lot of people think Wall Street are like the smartest, filled with the smartest traders on earth, but in a lot of situations, they're just reactionary. Things were good until the job openings report came out, and then they started selling. They're just very reactionary. They didn't know what was going to happen. They were like sheep and followed everyone else what they were doing. So, sometimes we give Wall Street a lot of credit and those hedge funds a lot of credit, saying, well, they're so smart. They have to be because they're working in Wall Street. Yet sometimes when you look at the moves that they're doing, mimics retail investors, like panic selling and FOMOing. And sometimes when you look at their portfolio performance, it's not very impressive, especially considering you could just buy ETFs yourself and outperform them. Or better yet, you could just buy and hold Bitcoin and basically outperform all of them. It's really that simple. You don't need to be some fancy Wall Street hedge funder to do that. All right, moving forward. So obviously that's what caused the sell-off today. But tomorrow the pre-market is already in the green, so we could just have a big recovery tomorrow. And today was just the overreaction. And because of the overreaction, we did have a lot of liquidations. Okay, on the long side specifically, and that did bring us down more. So you can see 58 million, 207, 128. So if you add it all up, probably about $400 million worth of longs liquidated. So again, a lot of people put a lot of longs, and we had a cascading effect. We need to see more of the short side being squeezed and liquidated and drive us higher. It's not good to see so much longs get liquidated. We need to see more red liquidated, but you know what? With time, it's going to happen. But that, those are two reasons why. Okay, we have overreaction of Wall Street because of economic data, and then compounded with a lot of long liquidations. That's what brought us here. But again, I'd like to remind you guys, we were at this level just a few days ago, so it's not like we're in new territory. And I've been saying this, let's not forget, there are many, 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 many pullbacks in every single bull run. This has been the tamest bull run so far compared to previous bull runs. And, most of these 20%, 22% dips, they were in 2023. But if you count what happened in 2024 and now 2025, our dips are like less than 10%. So it's getting more and more and more calm. So for those of you guys that are new, that may not understand why we have these dips, there are many reasons why. But know that this happens every single bull run. Imagine in 2017, if you got scared out at any of those 30 or 40% dips, or in 2021, you got scared out by those 20 or 30% dips, you would not be where you are now. Okay, it happens every single cycle, even in last year or the year before that. If you were scared out by those 20% dips, you missed out on a lot of gains. Okay, so I've been saying this for a long time. I've been saying this for the last 2 weeks when we were, a little bit weaker. It's the same story, guys. You guys should know. The future is bright. Bitcoin and crypto is not going anywhere, especially when you have more and more companies that are buying Bitcoin and DCing along with us, especially Sailor, who's just going nutty. I think if you add Sailor's MicroStrategy's number, it's more than everyone else combined. That's how much he has. But still, with him, and here's another headline, the Czech National Bank is considering putting Bitcoin into their reserve. We know that Trump is going to hit, become president in a couple weeks. So the U.S. will do it. Other countries will do it. So it's FOMO among countries, among Wall Street, public traded, private companies, whales, retail investors, right? So dips are gifts. Dips are gifts. That's the only way to think about it. You got to retrain your brain into thinking, it sucked that we didn't go up higher and move from 102 to 108, which could still happen by the end of this week, even though it may seem like, well, that's not going to happen now that we're at 97. Tomorrow, we could go right back up to 100,000. With a good day of Wall Street, we'll be right back up. And, ETFs are still buying. Reserve of Bitcoin continues to drop. Look at that. It just continues to go down and down and down. So the supply shock is still happening. And the hash rate continues to go up. So fundamentally, Bitcoin Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. And again, when Trump takes office, we could see that explosion. Look at what happened last time, and that was 2017. Right when he took office, that's when Bitcoin kind of just went and didn't stop. I mean, it was a different time back then. Bitcoin was below $1,000 then. We are basically 100 times higher than last time when he took office. Just think about it. Bitcoin is 100 times higher than 2017. We went from $900 to $90,000 plus dollars, 100x in 8 years. What investment out there can give you that? Now imagine if you got scared out by one of those 20 or 30% dips in 2017. You would have missed that 100x gain. That's crazy to think about, 100x in such a short amount of time, right? So do not give up. And Trump today said a lot of stuff. Renaming Gulf of Mexico to Gulf America. I don't know where that came from, but it does have a ring to it. Tax cuts, slash regulations, boost incomes, crypto, making crypto capital of the world. A lot of great things that may be coming, especially to the American-based crypto projects, right? And you know what? The technicals still look good as well. So a lot of great things. Speaking of American-based crypto project, Ripple still doing quite well. Still close to 240. I mean, they're 230 something right now. So they didn't really dip today. Partly, I think, because of the Trump effect, and partly because of this news that came out. Their new stablecoin RLUSD, which they really want to grow. They teamed up with Chainlink today, okay, to utilize their feed. So that is also very good. In addition, a lot of great things are in play. For example, an ETF, multiple ETFs for XRP will probably come out this year. That will help give them a boost, especially with the institutional investors, right? Brad Garlinghouse, you know, he's in talks with the administration to see what XRP Ledger could be used for, okay? There could be many things that could be used for. And then from a technical perspective, it's in a giant wedge, or you could say a giant bullish flag, and it's been there for a long time, but this is a shorter one. But it looks like it could be breaking out, kind of like Tesla. Look at this. This is Tesla. This is XRP for 7 freaking years. And this is Tesla for 7 freaking years before it blew up. So does that mean XRP will go to $589? Probably not, but it is set to do great things, I think, this year. And especially this news has nothing to do with XRP, but it does. So there's this. So basically, the SEC, they've been suing a lot of companies, right? Now Gary Gensler's out, and a lot of favorable crypto regulation or favorable crypto rulings have happened. Now this latest one, basically, is a big win for crypto. Basically, this lawsuit against Coinbase looks like it's going to be dropped. So that would be pretty positive. And of course, XRP or Ripple's appeal, or SEC's appeal for the Ripple ruling, will probably be dropped when Gensler's out too. And that's this month. That's this month. So overall, the SEC is basically being cleaned out. Hopefully for the better. I think it's going to be for the better. I think the SEC is going to be a lot more crypto friendly going forward. The CFTC chair, He's resigning too because he's going to be replaced. Basically, all the top regulators, the top agencies for crypto will become a lot more pro or more favorable with their rules and regulations. So these are all great things. Great things. All right. That's pretty much it. Let's do some Q&A. All right, let's see here. Flash sent me a big super chat. What's your thoughts on Samo, Solana's first meme coin? I had no thoughts on it. And I don't know if it's Solana's first meme coin. That's a big statement. But even if it is, I don't follow it at all. So I appreciate a big super chat, but I do not know anything about that project. Yeah, XRP had a... I mean, XRP was like below $2 just like a few days ago. It climbed up, even with today's, little correction. It's still at 234. It's still like 20% higher than, just a few days ago. It's kind of... They're doing kind of crazy things right now. Chester. Yeah, I mean, basically anything. Anything that's in America should be bullish, but not all of them. Not all of them are on Coinbase, right? But a lot of them are. But it goes beyond that. It also is whether or not they're like sort of working with administration. Okay. Like Hedera and Cardano, supposedly they are. XRP is. Like Avalanche, I don't know if they are, and some of the others aren't. And also some of them are not ISO compliant yet. Whether or not that's a real thing or they just kind of self-declare they are. So there's a few little differences. And plus, besides all those things, besides just the Trump effect or a US effect, you still have to look at the fundamentals. How many people are on their TVL, stuff like that. Dab makers that are coming aboard. All those things are still important. Only DS. I took advantage. DC8 Ondo at 141. Dips are gifts. That is really the case. I know a lot of people got liquidated. Today was not a good day. This morning, someone said they lost like $380,000. It's just too crazy. You take your losses, you take your wins. But still, overall, long-term, if you're a long-term investor, well, that's what you should be. If you're not a long-term investor, you should be a long-term investor. But if you're a long-term holder, investor, these dips are really gifts. Gives you the opportunity to buy at a cheaper price, at a lower price, before we head higher. I mean, yesterday proved it. Everyone that bought and loaded up Bitcoin and crypto last week when it went down to 91.6 or 92,000, right? In the green. Even with today's dip, still in the green. Anyone that picked up Solana, XRP, Cardano, Hedera, Sui, Ondo, Aave, Algorand, anyone that picked any of these up a week ago, you're in the green, way in the green, 10%, 15%, 20%, right? So dips are gifts. Was I invited to Sailor's 100K party? I did not know that he had a 100K party. I think he was talking about it. I don't know if he actually actually held one. Love Kuvu community donated 3K to animal rescue. Good for them. Richard says, I'm 10K away from 1 Bitcoin becoming a whole coiner. Congratulations. That is tough. That is not easy. So congratulations. Am I still bullish on cock? Sure. As bullish as I can be on any meme coin. I will say this. I'm not a fan of projects that are just like spinning up AI agents. So I don't know. I know Cock did that too. I know they're trying new things. You know, they came out with sporting betting platform. Now they just launched an AI agent. I don't know. I just feel like anyone that's like trying to get into AI agent, like just trying to hop on a bandwagon, not gonna work out well if they don't plan it well. That's the only thing. Dermish, when will you fully exit the market? Probably never. I'll never fully exit. Definitely go profit take, but not fully exit. I don't think so. There's no point of that. There's just, what else you go do with that money? You go park in the bank? Let's just go continue to debase itself and inflate away to nothing. Johnny McGirdle, appreciate it. Lauren Page, how's your knee? Interested as I'm getting older. I use cod liver oil, helped me a lot with my elbow. My knee is so much better now. I dropped a lot of weight, so that helped, but also switching to more of a keto diet, less carbs, that definitely helped. Removed a ton of inflammation. Carbs in America, at least, brings on so much inflammation. It's not good. And I take a lot of like daily vitamins and stuff. But carbs in America, you know, full of like processed stuff or gluten, whatever it is, it just really like causes inflammation to really hurt your body. Deputy Dog, besides crypto bull market, what else are you looking forward to in 2025? More vacations with the family. I got bigger plans with IFC, so looking forward to that. Working on cars. Yeah, I bought a surprise car last minute at full mode. Right before the new year hit, I made a purchase. I'm not going to share with you guys what it is. You'll have to find out. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Stem cells have amazing potential. I've heard that, but I really don't need it at this point. It's not like I'm trying to like play pro ball or anything. As long as I have no pain, no problems walking stairs, no problems doing whatever, I'm good. I would love to get a 69 Camaro someday. I don't have time or space for it now, but eventually, yes. There will be IFC. during Bitcoin conference in Vegas this year. So it's a little far out. Haven't really planned for that one yet. Robert says, just try snowboarding last weekend for the first time in 47. Dumb move. Still couldn't stop after lesson. Just had to bail when people fell right in front of me. Still sore. Yeah, I don't get the fascination with, I mean, it's not really a recent thing, but like, seems like everyone wants to just do snowboarding these days, but skiing is so much easier. You don't have to unclip when you're going on the lifts. You know, it's easier to stop. I believe I mean, skiing is just so much easier. But I'm sorry to hear that happen to you. Is my mic cutting out? I don't think it's cutting out. Maybe it's right in front of my mouth. Hello. Okay. Snowboarding because us skateboarders are aging. I guess that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, alts are getting smoked, Lewis says. Whenever we go through these, okay, these correction pullbacks, alts always get slaughtered the most. That's how it is, right? That's why you need to make sure you have a boatload of Bitcoin. Not a boatload, but what I've always said is 50, 25, 25. 50% Bitcoin, 25% big caps, 25% in small caps, micro caps, whatever you want, right? But that 50% in Bitcoin, you go wish you had it during the volatile moments, during the correction periods when everything is going down. So, because it provides stability. Bitcoin, there's no doubt about it, it's the most stable, provides the most strength, and provides the most gains during some times. Sui's taking a little more breather. Sui and Solana today coming back down from the recent rally. Solana was down here. I mean, Sui was below 4, so correcting a little bit. XRP is still quite strong. ADA, came down a little bit, but again, keep in mind, it was 83 cents on the first, and it was at 76 cents on the 20th. So still, I don't know where it was. Radium here. Radium is actually doing really good for Solana. Chainlink this morning almost hit 25. Now back to 21. AVAX, again, they were at 34 before. They're still at 39, even with today's dip. NorCal Daddy, I bought the top of Bitcoin in 2014. Well, congrats. Even if you buy top 2014, 2017, 2021, yes, it may suck for a few years. Seeing Bitcoin go down in crypto winter, and it could go down 85, 88%, and that sucks pretty bad. Okay. But we get back up, we break through our previous high, and we continue to go on. It happens every single time. Even people that bought at top at 2021, 69,000. For so long, people kept chiming and saying, we'll never go back to 69,000. We'll never break 70,000. It'll never happen. You're foolish to think that we'll ever top over 70 or 80,000 again. Where are we now, right? It's like it happens every single cycle. I've been through these cycles too long to be scared out at this point. Boba and Lily, conservative price prediction for AVAX. Considering they're like 40, I don't know, conservative, maybe like 150. That's conservative. I think it could go higher than that. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Today was pretty overreaction, pretty, I don't know, you could say a pretty good sell-off across the board. Tomorrow, the pre-market is in the green. So tomorrow, maybe Wall Street realizes that, hey, we just overreacted, you know. So tomorrow we gotta have a good recovery, but we do have a couple things coming out tomorrow. We have one Fed governor that's speaking in the morning. We're gonna have an ADP employment number. We're gonna have jobless claims, and we're gonna have Fed minutes that's gonna come out the afternoon. So tomorrow could be quite interesting. Quite interesting. If all these turn out to be more pro and not unexpected. For example, if the ADP employment somehow like skyrockets or jobless claims tanks, which are good economic data, but if those things happen, maybe the market will react unfavorably, but I guess we'll see. Tomorrow could definitely be a good day too. Could be a good recovery day. Donnie J, new member. Coinbase fees keep going up. I remember when it was free to trade. I don't think they were ever free to trade. Even in 2017, even in 2013 when I was using Coinbase, I don't think they were free to trade. I don't know when you were using Coinbase. All right, guys, I'll let you go. Overall, hey, we got a little correction. It set us back a few days. Okay, we certainly didn't lose all the recoveries that we had. Okay, from the last few weeks. So do not panic. Do not get scared out of the market. If this happens, we got a little bad news. Wall Street overreacted. Tomorrow's another day. And it could be a much better day. So Smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.